Tonight, Northeastern is hosting the Hornets from PHS. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Hornets. Number 20, Anthony Porcelli. Number 21, Rob Felt. Number 5, Bob McNanny. Number 10, James Steiger. Number 2, Kevin Connors. Number 35, Kevin Stallsmith. Number 32, Akwash Tarar. Number 11, Trey Bucci. Starting for the Hornets at guard, number 23, Jordan Knight. At guard, number 30, Ethan Botra. At center, number 22, Kyle LaPointe. At forward, number 24, Andrew Favreau. At forward, number 15, Justin Curtis. The Hornets are coached by Coach Chris Hartman. For the Cougars, number 12, number 22, Alex Davison. Number 32, Tom Bedard. For the Cougars at guard, number 11, Rob Armstrong. At guard, number 24, Logan Miller. At guard, number 23, Jamie Davison. At forward, number 15, Richie Collins. At forward, number 44, Stephen Carter. The Cougars are coached by Coach Rob Guerin and Coach Mike Robatko. Please stand and remove all headgear for the singing by Patricia Kupel of the National Anthem.
Welcome, hometown viewers to Hometown Cable's presentation of CVAC Boys Varsity Basketball, coming to you from a packed house here in Champlain, New York, the home of the NCCS Cougars, where the Cougars are hosting the Hornets of Plattsburgh High. Both teams enter the game undefeated in league play, so this is a critical matchup between the two. And game just underway, and we got a turnover by each team here in the first minute. Here's Armstrong, puts up a three and knocks it down. So Rob Armstrong sets the tone for this match with a knocking down a three-pointer from the corner, and we'll see how this all goes down. The Hornets have shown some potent offense in their first 7 games of the season. Cougars as well have strong perimeter game to go along with a big inside presence with Stephen Carter and Richie Collins underneath. So we'll see how this all plays out. Should be a pretty interesting and exciting match for all of us to watch. Here's Logan Miller for 3. He pulls up. That one comes up a little bit short. Hornets make a nice effort to box out and get that rebound. So they come down on the offense. Cougars in their normal 2-3 zone, and Hornets are keeping the ball out on the perimeter, looking for some action. Here's Knight, cuts the lane, puts up a shot that won't go, and Carter rips down the rebound. Here's Collins from short range. He knocks one down. Cougars jump out to a 5-0 lead. Hornets moving it around the perimeter. And that ball gets swatted away by Armstrong. We'll set the offense for you for the Hornets. That's Kyle LaPointe, number 22. Number 30 is Ethan Votra. Number 23 is Jordan Knight. 24 is Andrew Favreau, and number 15 is Justin Curtis. There's a shot by Favreau, knocks one in off the glass. So the Hornets get into the scoring action with 5:45 to play in the first quarter. Here's Collins inside, puts up a nice strong move and draws the foul. So Collins will go to the line here to shoot 2. The foul was on number 15, Justin Curtis. First one is on its way, a little bit short. Second one's on, that one's short. Carter with a rebound. Looks like he got fouled there. So the Hornets come back the other way. There's a shot by Knight, comes up a little bit long. Miller with the rebound, and the Cougars think about pressure, but the Hornets get back pretty quickly, so they drop out of it. Hornets running a man-to-man defense. There's Davison. He knocks down a 3. Jamie Davison, the league-leading three-point shooter at this point, knocks down his first attempt. Cougars go up by 8-6 score with just under 5 minutes to play. Votra with one that's a little bit long. Ball bounces around. Armstrong comes away with the loose ball. Here's Davison running the offense. Nice pass underneath. Good look underneath, and the shot gets blocked out of bounds by Votra. Davison with a nice look to find the wide open Logan Miller, but his shot got knocked away by Votra, so the Cougars still have the ball. Here's Carter. That one's a little bit short. Votra rebounds, and here come the Hornets. Push the ball down and get it out to LaPointe. Hornets a good perimeter shooting team. We'll see how that works out for them against this zone. Cougars will no doubt have to expand that zone to keep that ball out of their shooters' hands. Here's Armstrong. Gives it out for Davison. There's Miller wide open. There's a nice look at it. Comes up a little bit short. And LaPointe rebounds. We get some end-to-end action here in the first 4 minutes of this contest, just as everyone expected. Probably why there's so many spectators in-house today. Here's Miller with a nice strong move to the basket. Comes up short. Carter with an offensive rebound and a putback. And Coach Hartman has seen enough. So at 3:37 on the clock, the Cougars with a 10-2 lead. Hornets call a timeout. All right, out of the timeout, we are back at it. Hornets with the ball, trailing by 8. LaPointe looking to make something happen. Again, the Cougars at this point have to keep it on the perimeter. There's an entry pass in for LaPointe. It doesn't go. Hornets are showing some full court pressure, but Cougars get through that without a problem. Armstrong. And Davison looking to set something up. Looks to penetrate against Knight. Pulls up three-pointers a little bit short. Gets his own rebound. Nice pass in for Carter. Can't convert. Long rebound comes up for Justin Curtis. Pulls the ball up and gives it over to his guards. Again, keep it on the perimeter. Here's LaPointe for three. And that one rims in and out. Votra tries to tap it back up, but he was a little bit too far underneath the basket. Here's a nice pass up for Carter. Takes it to the rim and knocks it in. 4 points for Stephen Carter, go along with 4 rebounds here in the first 5.5 minutes of the contest. The big senior averaging right around 23 points a game, so we'll see how he fares against this physical and athletic Hornets defense. Here's Votra, goes in the lane. So he got his shot blocked, but Carter's going to pick up the foul. So Votra will go to the line to shoot 2.
Come on, Andy.
Good time to mention the official, since I heard his name called a couple times. You get Andy Morelli and Doug Beebe working the game for us this evening. Into the game for the Hornets. Number 20, Anthony Percelli checks in, and LaPointe gets a rest. Votra knocks down the first free throw. Second one's on its way, and that one's good. Again, the Hornets showing some pressure. Cougars able to break it.
Come on, Richie!
Armstrong had a nice idea to penetrate the lane and dish it off to one of the big guys. Collins may not have been expecting that pass. So there's a turnover.
White ball!
And we got just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. So far, the Cougars doing a nice job with their 2-3 zone. There's Justin Curtis with a nice move inside. There's Carter with a nice pass inside for Collins. Gets his shot blocked. Falls on the floor. Curtis comes away with it. Knight pushing it up the floor. Knight scoots it in for Curtis, and that ball's on the floor, but the Hornets retain possession. Here's Pacelli. His shot's a little bit long. Collins with the rebounds, gets it up for Davison. Davison gets the ball knocked away from him. And Jordan Knight's going to be called for the hand check foul. Cougars inbound. This is Miller. Davison gets it in for Collins. Back out for Armstrong. Armstrong looking to knock one down. Armstrong knocks down his second 3 of the night. Cougars showing some hot shooting from the outside so far, and it's going to work to their advantage. There's Favreau with it, and he throws it up into the stand. So with 38.8 seconds to play in the first quarter, Cougars up by 9. And we got some substitutions for the Hornets. Number 11, Trey Bucci, and Kyle LaPointe check back in. Bucci's in for the first time. LaPointe gets back into the game. And that foul is going to go against Percelli. And that's going to put Carter on the line to shoot 2.
Rise, Stevie!
First foul shot short. 0 for 3 so far from the foul line for the Cougars. They're going to have to knock down some free throws. as I say that. Stephen Carter just that. The Cougars up by a 10-point margin here with 20 seconds to go. The Hornets are going to look for the last shot, see if they can do something about that 10-point deficit. Gonna hold it down to the very end of it. There's Curtis, the elbow. Kicks it out for Bucci. Bucci thinks about it, pulls up, and the shot doesn't hit anything. So after 8 minutes of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, it's the Cougars 16, the visiting Hornets of Plattsburgh High 6.
I think Scotty Ralph told me.
All right, we are back to action here to start the second quarter of this CVAC Division I boys varsity basketball game from Northeastern Clinton Central School. Is Friday evening, what is it, the 14th of January 2011. With Pacelli in the lane, his shot goes off the rim. Carter rebounds. There's Miller with it. Gives it back for Davison. Armstrong tries to get one in for Carter. Nice play by Curtis to deny that pass. Cougars will retain the ball. 22 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. There's Miller back for Davison. Davison in the corner. His shot's short. Rebounded by Bucci. Here come the Hornets on the run. Nice pass in, but Pacelli can't finish on it. Nice pass by Trey Bucci to lead that break. Pacelli can't finish. Here's Miller for three. That one looks like it's going to be a little bit long. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Hornets. We got a sub, and that's Ethan Votra checks back into the game, and Pacelli sits. Here's Votra, over for Knight. Votra thinking about putting it up, penetrates, puts the shot up, and that's going to drop. 4 points for Ethan Votra. Collins again dishes it off for Davison. Davison puts a floater up that won't fall, and the Hornets come away with a rebound. Votra penetrates, pulls up. That one's going to be short. Gets his own rebound. Gives it out for Bucci. Bucci drives the lane. Kicks it out.
What are you just standing there?
Here's Knight.
Ref, you just standing?
And Knight puts up a shot. That one's off the back of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the. Going to stay with the Hornets.
Right, he took 2 steps in that time.
There's LaPointe, puts the ball up, comes off the rim, and Carter with the rebound. Carter loses the handle, but saves it. Gets it in for Collins. Collins kicks it out for Davison. Davison penetrates, gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and it's on the ground, and Davison's going to get called for the foul. And we got a substitution. That's number 24. Andrew Favreau is going to check into the game and give Justin Curtis a rest. There's Votra. This is Knight looking to penetrate. Favreau over for Votra. He thinks about the three. Knocks it down. And there's a nice play up from Carter. Carter dumps that one in. Back to the other end. Here's Votra again for three. That one goes in. So we get some end-to-end action going on, and we've got a timeout on the floor. So with 5:15 to play in the second quarter, the Knights have pulled back to within 4. The score is 18-14 in favor of the Cougars. All right, folks, so out of the timeout, here we go. The Cougars again bring the ball up against some token pressure from the Hornets. Hornets in a man-to-man defense. Here's Collins at the foul line. Tries to get it in for Carter, but that's swatted away. Davison picks it up, and we're going to have a foul underneath away from the ball, and it's going to go against Andrew Favreau. It's going to be 3 team fouls against the Hornets. And there's a nice catch and shot by Stephen Carter. Nice inbound play by Jamie Davis, and Carter catches the ball and makes a nice shot from a tough angle and draws a foul. Andrew Favreau on that receiving end of that foul, so he gets 2 quick ones, and Curtis will check back in and put Favreau on the bench, and Carter will be at the line to see if he can complete the 3-point play. Knocks it down to put the Cougars back up by 7. 10 points for Stephen Carter, along with 7 rebounds here in the first half. Here's Votra in the lane. Armstrong steps in front of that pass. And the Cougars have been showing some nice defense. Here's Armstrong again. He's going to unload and knock down another 3. 3 for 3 from 3-point land for Rob Armstrong to push the lead back up to 10 for the Cougars. Here's Votra, and he's going to draw the foul. Jamie Davison is going to pick up his second foul. He reached around the back and got called for the foul. Here's Votra from the corner. That doesn't hit anything. Collins pulls down the rebound. 4 minutes to play in the first half. A spirited game here, just as everyone expected it would be. Davison, nice pass in. Penetrates and dishes off to the big guy. $12 points now for Carter. There's another steal by Armstrong. Armstrong having a tremendous game for the Cougars. Pushes that one up, pushes the rebound up just a little bit short. Here comes LaPointe on the break. His shot goes a little bit long, but Bucci rebounds. He drives the lane and puts in a left-hander that won't go, and Carter pulls down the rebound. Pushes it up. Here comes the Cougars. They had a little man advantage there, but didn't take advantage of it. Here's Collins, turns around. His shot's a little bit too long. And we're going to have a foul underneath, and that one's going to go against the Cougars. There's an entry in for LaPointe. LaPointe puts the shot up, but it won't fall. And that's going to be an offensive foul called against Kyle LaPointe. So that puts the Hornets team foul at 6. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cougars. Armstrong brings it up against Votra. Votra goes for the steal. Armstrong leaves it off for Davison. Davison turns around, unloads a 3. That's a little bit strong. Carter gets the rebound knocked away from him, and here come the Hornets the other way. Here's Bucci, loses control of it. And Carter takes the ball away. So with 2.5 to go here in the first half, it's been end-to-end action by both teams. Here's pass in for Collins, and that one gets one gets knocked away, but gets kicked out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets, and we've got a timeout on the floor. So with 2:20 to play in the first half, Cougars up by a 12-point margin, 26-14. Okay, out of the timeout. We're back at it. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. This is Miller. Tries to get it in for Carter. Carter again, nice catch, but the ball gets knocked away by Votros. Slaps it up for Bucci. Bucci brings it into the lane and lays one in. His first 2 points of the contest. Here's Miller. Gives it over for Armstrong. Armstrong hits the deck, but keeps control of the ball. Gets it in for Carter, Collins in traffic. Sends it out. That one gets tipped away. Bucci comes away with the turnover. Over for Knight. Knight lays it in. So off the turnover, the Hornets have converted 2 quick baskets to cut that lead down to 8 points. First 2 points of the night for Kyle Knight, one of the leading scorers in the league. And that one gets tipped away, but it will stay with the Cougars. 20 on the shot clock. Here's Miller, wide open look. That one's a little bit long, but Collins rebounds. Miller thinks about it again, but backs in, gives it to Collins, and he's going to get called for the travel. So the Hornets Cougars turn the ball over with just over a minute to play, leading by 8. Come the Hornets, coming up with a set offense. Knight gives it over for Bucci. Bucci puts up a shot, knocks down a 3. And we got a timeout on the floor, so with just under a minute to play in the first half. Hornets have come back to cut the deficit to 5. Cougars lead 26-21. All right, here we go for the final 48 seconds of the first half. Cougars with the ball and a 5-point lead. Miller looks to penetrate. Gets stuck in the corner, gives it off for Davison. Davison penetrates, dishes it for Carter. Carter turns around, knocks down the bucket. Nice strong move inside for Stephen Carter to give him 14 points to go along with 7 rebounds here in the first half. Once again, the Hornets will hold for the last shot. Here's Bucci. Tries to draw the foul. Here's Knight. Puts up a shot. Hits off the back of the rim, and the horn sounds. So after 16 minutes of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars with a 7-point lead, 28-21. We'll see you after the break.
Look around, Logan. Look around, buddy.
All right, we are back on the air for the second half of action. This CVAC Division I basketball game. The Cougars of Northeastern Clinton hosting the Hornets of Plattsburgh High. Both teams enter the game undefeated in league play. And the Cougars start off the first half with an inside bucket by Stephen Carter. Here's Kyle LaPointe, drives the lane. His shot's a little bit short. Collins can't corral a rebound, and LaPointe grabs it and puts it back in. Here's Davison against a double team, gives it off for Armstrong. Been hot from outside. That one misses. Carter saves it, tosses it out. Last touch by the Hornets, so the Cougars will retain possession. That bucket by Kyle Lapointe was his first 2 points of the contest. Again, another high-scoring player for Coach Hartman, and been held to 0 points in the first half. He drives the lane, picks up the foul. So apparently, Coach Hartman had a talk with his star guard or star player and said, Kyle, we need you to step it up a little bit here. And so far in the first minute of play here in the third quarter, he's pretty much taken this Hornets team on his back and knocks down the first free throw.
Come on, Tyler, you sound to the game.
Second one's on its way, and that one's good.
We know you learned to tie,
Davison working against Votra. I'm sorry, that was Armstrong. Nice pass for Miller. Miller floats one up that won't go. Votra with the rebound, skips it up for Favreau. Here's Favreau, doesn't want to shoot, gives it off for Votra. That shot goes in and out. Collins rebounds, and here comes the Cougars on the run. Miller gives it for Carter. Carter from short range. That shot's a little bit short. Knight with the rebound. Then the Hornets come back the other way. Knight goes to penetrate, gives it off. This is Curtis underneath. He's double teamed, kicks it out for Knight. Knight at the top of the point. He drives the lane and draws the foul. That's going to go against Logan Miller on the block out front. It'll be his first foul. And the Hornets will inbound. Here's Votra. Gives it in for Knight. Knight inside for Curtis. Curtis off the glass and in. Justin Curtis, 4 points, and Coach Guerin wants a quick timeout. So with 6:03 showing on the clock in the third quarter, the Hornets have pulled back within 3 points. The Cougars lead 30-27. Out of the timeout. Here come the Cougars, and I've said this a couple times already, not on the air, but to folks talking with this game has been a game of mini runs so far. Each team going on little runs. Davison dribbling through traffic, backs up, puts up a shot a little bit too strong, but Collins takes the rebound. Here's Miller from the top of the key. He drains that one. First points of the contest for Logan Miller, the senior. There's a long pass over for Knight. Again, the Hornets keeping it on the perimeter, looking for some opportunity inside, but it hasn't been coming too easy for them on the inside. All their points have been coming from the outside range and from the transition game. Jordan Knight knocks down a three-pointer and steals the ball from Davison. And here's Favreau trying to penetrate, and looks like Davison's going to pick up his third foul. Here's Lapointe, gives it off for Knight. Back for Lapointe. Drives the lane, puts up a shot that gets blocked. Carter's going to get called for the foul. And it's going to be 3 on Stephen Carter.
Come on, Andy!
And Lapointe's first foul shot's in. Lapointe knocks down another one, so 6 points for Kyle Lapointe, all here in the second half. Davison penetrates, kicks it out for Armstrong, gives it for Miller. Miller, his three-pointer goes in. Logan Miller drains another three, put the Cougars back up by 4. Here's Knight. That one's going to be short. Goes up. Curtis with the rebound. LaPointe gets the next one. Gets another one. And draws the foul. Hornets showing some good tenacity on the boards. I mean, certainly giving away a height, getting a height advantage, giving away a height advantage to the Cougars, but get 3 offensive rebounds on that end is probably not going to make Coach Guerin very happy to put Kyle LaPointe on the line again. He's been perfect from the line so far. Knocks that one down. Looking to put his Hornets down by 2. And he does. So here comes Davison. Dribbles through traffic, gets the ball knocked away. And the Hornets come away with the steal. Here's Knight, penetrates, puts it up, and drops it in. Miller's going to pick up the foul. Jordan Knight with nice penetration there, and drops in the layup, and he's going to give the chance for a three-point play here to put his team up by 3. Free throw is on its way and goes off the back rim. So here's Miller, penetrates, puts up a shot, gives it, or a pass off for Carter. Carter turns around and knocks it down. 18 points for Stephen Carter. Here's LaPointe. Sneaks one in for Favreau. Favreau thinks better of it and kicks it back out. Here's Votrov at the top of the key. He penetrates, puts that one in, and he's going to get called for the foul. The Cougars have picked up 16 fouls already here in the second half, and we got 3:25 to play in the third quarter. So. That pass gets picked off by Votrov. Miller sniffs that one out, tries to cut off that pass, but couldn't gain control of it, and it goes out of bounds and will stay with the Hornets. So we got a tie ball game here, 38-38 with 3:12 to go in the third quarter. There's a pass inside for Curtis. He gets cut off. Here's LaPointe, drives. Looking to kick it out. Miller knocks that out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Hornets. 19 on the shot clock. Here's Votrov, thinking about it, gives it back out for Knight. Knight over for Favreau. I'm sorry, for LaPointe. LaPointe drives, shot won't go, ball's on the ground. LaPointe grabs it, throws it back in, but Collins is in the right place. Here's Miller. And he stops, and Andrew Favreau didn't, so Miller draws the foul there, and
yeah, he was going up.
That'll be 3 on Favreau. And Bucci will check back into the game when he gets a chance. Here's Davison. His shot's a little bit short. Favreau with the rebound.
We're not getting any rebounds. I can't believe we can't get one.
And here come the Hornets the other way. LaPointe thinks about it. Gets guarded there nicely by Armstrong. Here's Favreau from the top of the key, and that one rolls around and won't go. Carter with a big rebound. And we've got a timeout on the floor. So with 2:20 to go in the third quarter, we got a tie. I'm sorry, the Cougars are up by 2 with a score of 38-36. Okay, we are back to action. Cougars are inbound again against the this full court pressure by the Hornets. Here's Miller, pulls up, shot's a little bit too long. Carter gets that rebound away from the point and puts the basket in and draws the foul. The foul is going to go against Justin Curtis. Nice play there by Stephen Carter to beat Kyle Lapointe on that rebound and put the ball back in. I think they gave us the points. Misses the foul shot. Here come the Hornets back the other way again. Working the perimeter, looking for an open shot. This is Bucci. Get their shooters all the way around. That one gets partially blocked. Carter comes away with it. Davison, give it over for Miller, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. That one's going to go against Trey Bucci. I believe that's his first foul of the night. There's Carter, turns around, that one comes up short. Bucci pulls down the rebound, he looks to penetrate, backs out of it. Here's Lapointe. Lapointe again, and Armstrong's going to get called for the foul, but that's going to put Kyle Lapointe on the line to shoot 1-and-1, and he hasn't missed any yet. So Lapointe's at the line, and he misses that one. So we get a minute 15 to go in the third quarter. Armstrong penetrates, kicks it out for Miller. This is Collins, gives it for Carter. Carter spins around, kisses it off the glass. Nice move by Stephen Carter, giving him 22 points to go along with 10 rebounds here. There's a pass for Curtis. Over for Bucci. Armstrong knocks the ball out of his hand and goes out of bounds. Then we get a substitution. Anthony Pacelli will check back into the game, and Votra will get a rest. Pacelli gives it back for Lapointe. There's Knight. Lapointe looks to drive, he does, and knocks down another 2. 10 points for Kyle Lapointe. Here comes Lapointe again. The shot up and gets called for the offensive foul. Jamie Davison doing a nice job of standing his ground, taking the charge. 31 seconds to play in the third quarter. Armstrong gives it for Collins. Collins with a short jumper, and that drops. Cougars go up by a 6-point margin here with about 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Once again, it's been a game of runs. Short ones at that, but runs nonetheless. This is Bucci. They're looking for that last shot again. And that's going to go off the side of the rim and out of bounds. So after 3 quarters of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, it's the Cougars 44, the Hornets 38. starting the action of the fourth quarter here. This hotly contested basketball game here. It's going to go off. Okay, so we're back out of the timeout. Hornets with the ball, trailing by 2. Once again, keeping it on the perimeter, looking for something to happen. Knight penetrates, gives it off for Votra. Votra kicks it all the way back out for Bucci. There's Knight again, or I'm sorry, LaPointe drives but can't get the shot to drop. Miller drives and puts up the shot, it won't go. Bucci comes away with the rebound. He drives the lane, puts down his shot, and draws the foul. That's going to go against Davison. That's 4 fouls on the point guard. And we get a tie ball game with Trey Bucci on the line to...
Get him out of there.
And his foul shot won't go. 10 points for Bucci. Miller stuck in the corner, and Coach Guerin calls a timeout. 3:03 on the clock. We have a tie ball game, 50 apiece. Just one, or 2, yeah. Okay, so we're here for the final 3 minutes of this contest. Davison floats one up that won't fall. Collins gets the rebound. Here's Armstrong. His shot's a little bit too strong. And LaPointe comes away with the rebound. Here's Knight. Penetrates. Gets the ball knocked out of his hand, but the Hornets hang on to it.
If you had any hands, you'd have had that.
Here's Favreau. He scoops one up. It goes in and out. This time Collins comes away with the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Cougars. So the Hornets with some full court pressure in earnest this time. And that ball gets thrown out of bounds. So good pressure by the Hornets causes the turnover. Hornets will inbound. Bucci thinks about it, drives the lane, puts up a shot, won't go. Carter rebounds. And here come the Cougars. Throw the ball away. So two turnovers in a row by Davison, and we're down to 2:15 to play in the fourth quarter. LaPointe drives, puts in a nice shot. Kyle LaPointe has taken this team on his shoulders here in the second half. He's got 12 points all in the second half. And bring his team back in it and put him in the lead at this point. Collins pulls up for a shot. It's short. And LaPointe comes away with the rebound. He's going to drive the lane and draw the foul. That's 3 on Armstrong, and that's going to put LaPointe on the line to shoot 2. Minute and 43 to go in the contest. Kyle LaPointe, first one's up and good. And the second one's on its way, and that one's good. 14 points for LaPointe. Here's Miller, gives it for Davison, and we got a timeout. Minute 34 showing, and the Hornets with a 4-point lead, 54-50. All right, here we go for the final minute and a half of this contest. Cougars with the ball. Davison, he penetrates, gives it for Carter. Carter knocks it in. We got a 2-point ball game here, 52-54 with a minute 19 to play. That's 30 points for Stephen Carter. The Hornets are going to hold for get as much time off the clock as possible. There's a block by Carter, and the Cougars come away with it. We're in the final minute of play, and Cougars with a chance to tie. Looking for a quality opportunity. Here's Armstrong for Miller. Davison. 16 to shoot. Davison drives the lane, drops it in. This first 2 points of the contest since early in the third quarter. They couldn't have come at a better time, so there's about a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so the Hornets will have to get a shot off here, but they're going to hold it right down to the last seconds here. We got a tie ball game. They may go for a 3 here at the end here, and we've got a timeout. So at 11.4 showing on the clock, Coach Hartman calls a timeout. We're in for a thrilling finish here, folks. Okay, so here we go, folks. 11.4 on the clock. 8 on the shot clock. 3-second differential between the two, so we're going to see what happens here. We're going to have to shoot. The Hornets don't get a shot off, so that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Add a second.
We're going to put one more second back on the clock. It's going to give the Cougars 3 seconds and the ball here for a inbounds is going to be from down on the far end of the court. Well, the Cougars are going to inbound. Here's Davison. He puts up a shot. Bounces off the glass. So, folks, we are headed for overtime after 32 minutes of regulation. We're all knotted at 54 apiece. Well, here we go. We on here? We are on. We got 4 minutes on the clock. And we're going to jump it up at center. The ball's going to scoot all the way back, and the Hornets are going to have possession. So they're going to get first crack at it here in the overtime. Here's LaPointe, who's really done most of the heavy lifting here in the second half. Can't imagine they won't keep going back to him. We'll see. Here's Favreau from down low. His shot's a little bit too long. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the Cougars. Here's Miller. He breaks the pressure. We had an inadvertent whistle on the on that play. Referee Morelli was looking at one of the other lines on the floor here and inadvertently called a backcourt violation. Changed his decision and gives the ball back over to the Cougars. Collins. Miller penetrates, gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but Davison steals it back. He penetrates, puts up a shot, drops it in. Cougars draw first blood here in overtime and go up by 2. That's 7 points for Jamie Davison, but none bigger than the last 4. Otrow's shot's a little bit too strong. Armstrong comes away with the rebound. He dribbles through the pressure. Gives it over for Collins. Collins puts a shot up, but hits the bottom of the rim. Favreau dishes it off for Knight. Knight over for Votra in the corner for Bucci. Bucci, some move on Armstrong, but can't do anything in the lane. We're going to set it up again. This one's in for Favreau. Kicks it back out for Bucci. Bucci with an open look. Knocks down the three. $13 points for Trey Bucci. Puts the Hornets up by 1 with 2 minutes to play in the overtime. Davison drives the lane. He throws up a shot. That drops in. The senior point guard for the Cougars has really done some heroics here in the final minute or so of regulation and here in the overtime period. Inside for LaPointe. LaPointe backs in and gets called for the travel. So on the turnover, the Cougars get the ball and a chance to expand on the lead. They're up by 1 at this point, 58-57. We got a minute 20 in the overtime. Davison gives it for Carter. Carter inside, converts that one. Cougars up by 3. 32 points for Stephen Carter. He's having a banner night. This is LaPointe again. Knight, Votra, back over for LaPointe. Penetrates, takes it into the middle, gets the shot blocked, goes out of bounds, and it's going to go over the Cougars. Cougars get the ball in. We got about 50 seconds to play in the overtime period with the Cougars up by a 3-point lead. Here's Carter. Gives it off for Davis. Collins gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Votra. Here's Bucci. Takes it in for the layup. And we got a timeout on the floor. So with 32 seconds showing in overtime, the Cougars are up by a slim 1-point margin, 60-59. Now we're on. Okay. So here we go. We'll set the table for you. 32 seconds to go in the contest. Looking like they finally do get the foul. That's only going to be 5 team fouls on the Hornets, so they got one. They had that one to give. One more foul, and they'll be putting the Cougars on the line when we manage to get some time off the clock. Davison over for Miller. Miller gets fouled, and he will go to the line. So we got 21.6 on the clock, and Logan Miller will be at the line to shoot 1 and 1. We have a little pressure-packed situation here for the senior guard. First one is up. Won't go. LaPointe grabs the rebound, and here come the Knights. Here come the Hornets. Knight penetrates, but skips it back out. Davison steals the ball away from Kyle LaPointe, and he gets fouled. And he's going to get called for an intentional foul. That'll put Jamie Davison on the line to shoot 2. And will also, I believe, give the Jamie Davison will be at the line to shoot 2 here, and we got 8.7 seconds showing on the clock. First one is up and good. Davison has certainly been the star player here in this late in the game and in the overtime. Misses the second one, but the Cougars will get the ball on the inbounds. And that's going to be a foul, so Davison will be at the line again. This time it'll be 1-1. 5.1 seconds showing on the clock here in overtime. Cougars up by 2. Davison with a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Makes the first one. Put the Cougars up by 3. Key free throw. Free throw here for the senior. He puts it up and knocks it down. Key basket to put the Cougars up, or the Cougars up by 4. There's Knight again. Throws the ball up, and that's the ball game. So in the overtime period, Jamie Davison comes up big with some big plays and some clutch free throws down the line to bring home a 4-point victory, 63-59 in the battle of the unbeaten teams here in the CBAC competition. Coach Hartman didn't like the finish of that one. Has a word with Andy Morelli, and they were have a little discussion. So that's the way it was from this commentator's point of view. That's the way it was from beautiful downtown Champlain, New York this Friday evening, January 14th, 2011. We thank you for watching this presentation of my hometown cable television. Worth your support.
See what happened. I don't know. What happened? They pushed people around.
I think the coach pushed Andy. Andy gave him a text and rolled him up.
Good job,
You want to give your commentary?
Way to go, Coach!